Hi everyone, my name is Haiiileen. I'm a multi-dimensional artist and welcome to my 360 visit of my exposition, Haiii On Society. I'm super excited to have you guys come on board and for me to explain to you each and every single one of the art pieces through my perspective. So welcome. This is, we'll take you into the entry room where you're going to go ahead and see these multiple different color ribbons. Each of these different color ribbons were my first prototype into a larger body, a larger study. This exposition is mostly about color and light wave theory concepts and how I manipulate each of those different concepts into a new my own personal perspective, my conscious study on light and color wave theory. So this is a really great first study of how I'm merging into a sculptural piece with those two concepts in mind. So this is a study on pretty much I've thermoformed and I hand painted each and every single one of these ribbons. As you can see, they're all kind of like in a wave, and they're all laid out in a rainbow form. Now, within this wave, I wanted to start off by facilitating the first time of creating a signature off of the color and light waves. So this is my first attempt on physically making some wave patterns, and then obviously doing studies on painting with enamel, and so these pieces are called micro high. So give you guys a little second chance. Let's take a look. I also went ahead and designed these. Kind of really cool. So now let's take you on to the main room. As you look up, you can see there is a hydro-dipped roof piece. Again, working with natural light and how it's being portrayed. These, in this room, we are experiencing this is my first take in this kinetic sculpture, where I am utilizing all of these different, again, this piece is called Orbiiit, most because of how it's being portrayed inside a room and how it's being, they're being interactive with one another, where the energy and the light of each and every single one of these orbs are going to be in a consistent movement. And if you can see on the wall, there is a really beautiful highlights of colors that they're being able to portray with one another. So it's really beautiful to see these individual pieces and how they're being interactive with one another. I really love the idea of hydro dipping, and so I made my own hydro dipped machine, and I have been playing with that approach for a while throughout my work, and I really love how it still gives it a sense of hypnotic, and as the pieces are being portrayed in this gradual elevated state, that it's really beautiful to see how the colors and the light and the movement of the pieces play with one another. So I'm really excited about this one. It's like another evolution on some of my chandelier pieces. This one's working with light and objects as a part of, and the diffraction of light as a part of this body of work. So I'm really excited to see where this new era of this new stylistic of work where it's taking me, but I'm really excited about that one. There's about 15 pieces in this collection. This is in this exposition, it will be my first introductory to young collectors. Most of my body of work has a lot to deal with large-scale installations, but bringing home an installation is really important, and being a part of a reminder of something greater is also important for people to have a little glimpse of that. Also, you see over here, we have some of these more hydrated pieces in a chromed metallic gold backing, and it's really nice to see them in a different approach. And then inside the space, as you can see over here, the Haiii-Light is just like working so beautifully inside the space. And of course, over here, you get to see some of these are, again, some of the other additions, similar to the ones on the wall, a different color of metallic treatment on them, and it's really, really nice for great entry level for a young collector. And now we will go into the second room, which is Haiii-Light. So this is the first series from the original studies that you saw outside, where I'm actually taking the actual color waves and some of the light wave signature aspects that I love with inside the work, and then I'm making these long elongated ribbons that have the gradual of the different color tones accompanied by the movement within inside the sculptural pieces. So I have them currently displayed out in this kind of like rounded surface, because I really love, if you guys can see the camera, I really love how it's like enveloped. So the fact that it's like a surrounding component of the pieces, I think it's really important to see how these pieces are being portrayed one alongside each other. So, and of course I gave some treatment to the walls, and it's really nice to be able to also create like this like wall, and also I treated the floor as well to give it a little bit more of an illusion within inside the space. And now we are going into the second room, which is called Hipnotiiic. And this is a new body of work. This is a new series of work where, again, I'm working with optics and working with different elements. These were the first ones of a new series of body of work. If you move left to right on the screen, you get to see that the bars are creating this optical illusion, and that's what really is nice. This one's more about light bending. So a lot of these pieces up here are I actually hand thermoformed, and I hand chrome them as well. So I think these are really nice in how to accentuate and how light is being bent, and how that is a part of this overall experience. I also started thermoforming these edges, which are really beautiful. So these are like these freestanding sculptural pieces. This platform I was able to make as well. And then of course everyone's favorite, this hypnotic curtain, where we can go ahead. Introductory of reverse engineering of light, where I'm able to again use light as in a different perspective, where I'm able to get white light and transcend through RGB. So you see on the floor a rainbow. And my hand, if you focus on my hand, you can see there's a rainbow on my hand. Super cool. Then we have some other pieces over here. Then we come into my body, this new photography series called Haiii on Art. This is the travel photography series. They're all on metallic archival paper, and they're all a part of a larger body of work in this collection. I only have 24, but it's really beautiful to, again, this is a way of me portraying. I work on organic light installations. Instead of fabricating installation, this is just utilizing the beauty of nature and just found objects, and being able to portray some extent on this homemade light machine, and I'm able to generate these rainbows in organic places. In this exhibition, I've been to Arizona, Miami, New York, LA, Australia, and Tokyo. Now we come into my evolution of more work. These pieces over here are more of these little light sculptures, light frame sculptures that I've been able to, again, start producing. This is, again, more on the side of young collectors, and these are more of these little pieces where, again, these are more studies on how light is being bent and color is being bent within inside these different shapes, and some of these freestanding sculptures, and a bunch of studies based off of these freestanding sculptures. So I'm really excited and super thankful for you guys to come on and visit. If you have any questions, or if you have any, please feel free to reach me. You can reach me on my website or my Instagram on the copy below, and hopefully I'm able to hear from you soon. And thank you guys for watching, and see you soon.